we're here asking for $100,000 for 10% equity in our company.
Sharks, over the past few years, our lives have changed in so many ways, from the way we work to the way we work out. Our living rooms have become our local gyms.
Our bedrooms have turned into boot camps.
Our mat-based workouts are no longer just a yoga class to wind down.
We're doing sculpt, Pilates, and strength training, and our yoga mats, they're just not supportive enough, and they add no extra value.
Our exercising has evolved, but our yoga mats haven't.
Well, roll over yoga mats. It's time for an upgrade. Introducing Stakt, a mat with a unique foldable design that unlocks a new level of versatility for any exercise.
When the Stakt mat is fully unfolded, it acts just like a standard yoga mat, except it's better, because it always lays flat and it's twice as thick.
If you're in need of some extra support, we got you. Fold your Stakt mat once or twice and get that much-needed extra cushion for your joints.
Or fold Stakt up entirely and it transforms into a block that can be used for tricep dips, incline exercises such as planks or push-ups, lunges, and so much more.
Sharks, Stakt was born out of the love for sweating and the need for adaptation.
So, which of you wants to give us stacks of money and help us take over the fitness industry with Stakt?
Good job.
Yeah, that was a great pitch. You know, I wasn't sure about this doing the preview video, but pretty neat, pretty versatile. And we're gonna get to their go deeper into their website and social media at the end of this video. So make sure you stick to the end of that. Just stick to the end. But yeah, I personally don't use a yoga mat or anything like that. I don't do yoga. I'm mostly more of a runner, and that's where I do most of my working out. But I could definitely see where this would be great, and it doesn't seem like it takes up too much space either. So I like the compactness, especially, you know, if they're in New York, you know, they likely don't have a lot of space. It's at a huge premium there, so makes sense to have something that you could, you know, hide under your bed or something to that effect.
So you each have a Stakt mat in front of you. It also comes with a carrying strap, so you can easily take it with you on the go.
Now, I'm in the gym all the time, practically every day. I've seen
Is that where you keep your snacks, the gym?
foldable mats, lots of foldable mats. What is unique about this?
So, when we think about the foldable mat space, there's sort of two kind of mats out there, right? So there's the big gymnastic mats that are essentially pieces of cushion that are held together by vinyl. And those mats are heavy, they're expensive. They're also not the right material for yoga or sculpt. You know, they're not grippy, they're not nimble. You can't take them on.
What about the classic rolled mat, which you see so many people carrying, you know,
Of
around?
course, yeah.
Kind of why we created this. So to give you some background, Taylor and I met about 10 years ago in college, and we've been best friends, we've been roommates, and we've always been into fitness, but it wasn't really till the pandemic when we started working out a lot more for our mental health and our well-being. And we realized we were using a yoga mat, but neither of us were necessarily doing yoga. And half the time we were rolling up our mats for extra support, or we were using a block or something to really enhance the workouts we were doing. And so we found that there was, you know, room in the market for not only a more supportive mat, but also a mat to add that versatility. And what's great about this is it folds and it can really act as a second piece of equipment and really enhance and modify the workout.
I'm curious to know the price.
Well, before we get to the price, you know, I think that part of their pitch could have been to have a rollout mat, because I anything that gets rolled, it's going to be a pain to keep flat, and that's honestly one of the reasons I've never even thought to use a mat. I just, you know, use the floor or whatever. But having a mat would be nice, but having a mat that stayed flat would be nice. Now, carrying this versus carrying the roll, you know, it would be easier to like throw on your back, like attach it to your backpack or something like that. This seems like a little more, I got to be a little more intentional with where I'm bringing it, because doesn't look like it's going to fit inside of my backpack or like on the straps of my backpack. So it's just something else to think about. But hopefully this isn't too expensive, because you could probably get a yoga mat for like, I know you can get a yoga mat at like Rite Aid for like probably in the $20 range.
It's like what it costs you and then what you sell it for.
The mat itself in a box with the strap costs us $14.90. It lands to us at $21.50, and we sell it for $86.
86.
Okay.
Everything is D2C through our website, and everything's been through creating content and really building a community.
Let's say
I think the $86 isn't terrible, as long as you're in the mindset that that's what you're going to you're going to actively use it, right? Like a yoga mat, you might buy it, you might do it a couple times, and like, I spent like, I'm just guessing it's like 20 bucks or so at Rite Aid. If it's there, it probably isn't going to be $86. But they got decent margins for making it available in retail stores if they choose to go that route.
It has merit, all right? You've made
It
good
has
argument.
merit, for sure.
Show us sales.
So in the 6.5 months that we've been selling, we've done a little over $110,000 in sales.
That's not bad.
And we haven't
All right.
put any money into marketing.
That's better.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm signing up for Pilates now,
Yep,
all right?
yes.
And I don't have a
Oh
mat.
my
And I go online. What are the price points I'm going to be presenting?
Let me take you through it. So the yoga mat industry is segmented by materials. This is an EVA foam. It's non-toxic. It's non-porous. We compete in the premium segment, right? We're competing with mats that cost anywhere from $70 to $130. We're at $86, right? On the low to mid end of that. There are mats, $30, $35, that are made from something called PVC. It's a toxic material, and it's something we really haven't been highlighting. This mat doubles as a piece of equipment, right? That's what this was
Yeah,
born
no,
out
your
of, right?
visuals are really good
Yes.
with that.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And how much of your own money is into this business?
We each put in a bit over $25,000 from our savings.
Okay.
What else do you
this
do?
your
Is this your
full-time
full-time gig?
So right now we both have full-time jobs just to fund the business. So my background's in sales and I've worked at startups for my entire career. So I've really experienced
What
firsthand.
kind of startups?
All over the place, restaurants, dentists and doctors, and most recently with experiential retail.
All right. And
That is something, it's funny, like most of that you don't hear the word startup, doctors and restaurants, but experiential retail. Speaking of that, I wonder what GameStop's been up to, because like that was their whole like, we're gonna go experiential or whatever, and I haven't heard anything about that since with COVID, since they were going to, or I should say the illness. Sorry. They haven't done anything with it. So, that I know of, it hasn't come across my radar. So that I'm interested to hear what kind of retail places those are. But at 25,000 each, so 50,000 in, that doesn't seem like too bad at all. I'm curious, did they come up with this idea, or did they find somebody who was already making it and now they're making it their own mat and their own brand from it? Because to be able to produce your own mat with those kinds of custom things seems kind of cheap to get it landed at $21.
Taylor?
So my background professionally, I have worked in product for the last 6 years on the fintech side. Yeah.
What kind of product?
It's a portfolio risk and analytics solution for fixed income debt. They got
You
a
work in
double major
financial
legal.
services?
I do, in fintech, yeah.
So, Millie, Taylor, I see the viability here, but I really just don't know much about this market. And listen, there could be a million other kind of mats out there. I made my career over T-shirts. There's millions and millions of T-shirts, but I think there probably would be more sharks up here that would be of more value to you. But I wish you luck. I like it. But unfortunately, I don't think I can help you. I'm out.
Thank you.
He was like I'm the go-to CrossFit guy, right? Like, isn't this fall into like a potential for CrossFit, like to do some strength training and stuff in between? That seems, maybe he's gotten out of that since then, but
Thank you for this opportunity.
So I invested in a company called Bala. They created an entire community around high-end fitness equipment, but my concern is competing with Bala. I would be working against myself, so for those reasons, I'm out.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
Look, I love yoga. I think this is a great idea. I love the idea for your knees. Unfortunately for me, I have a mat and I've used the same mat for 2 years. I don't see this as a product that I'm going to continue to rebuy. So you're always going to have to be acquiring new customers. I really don't see the longevity of this being something that would work for me to be involved. So for that reason, I'm out.
that seems like a bit short-sighted. I get that you've used the same mat for 2 years. How often are you using the mat? Are you using it every day, every like two times a week? I feel like there's enough people, enough gyms that you could like potentially sell this to, that it wouldn't be that big of a hurdle to clear. $86 like I said, that's like the medium to low end price range for what they're competing against. But I don't know. That's a shame. I feel like she saw the value in it, and then it was like, yeah, no, we're not. I've had the same mat for 2 years, and I'm good.
All right, what are you doing, Lori?
What are you doing, Kevin?
It's a very difficult deal. The best part of this deal are you two.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But I'm sorry, this is not a business for
Kind
me.
of an
I'm out.
insult.
Listen, I like this mat a lot. I think this is the best mat I've ever seen, and I've gone through a lot of them.
Thank you.
This one's fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm going to make you an offer. Now,
All right.
because you guys are so newbie, I'm going to give you $100,000, but I'd like 15%. But
Okay.
I would like $1 back per unit sold until I recoup my $100,000. We will blow this up. I'm worth it.
Yeah. That's not a terrible offer. I would think that they're going to counter here, but that's not a terrible offer. It's really not a terrible offer, and I don't think she's going to budge off of it.
We appreciate your offer. I guess while we're here, be fair to the whole panel, just want to see if the conversations
Listen,
are done
guys, I
with
see
you.
a little clock in my head. Who's going tick tock?
Okay, Lori.
Hold up. Who else was left? Did I miss some? Did we miss somebody? I thought everybody was
Do
out.
you mind if Millie and I take a minute?
Take a minute.
Maybe 10 seconds?
Okay.
Okay. Lori,
Yes.
thank you so much for your offer. Our concern with the royalty is that it's really going to siphon the growth that we need right now to kind of hit with this momentum. Would you be willing to do $100,000 for 20%?
Oh, see, the reason why I did that, you guys have a lot of margin. So really $1 when you're making like $50 a piece or more doesn't really hurt. But if you really want me in it to win it, how about 25% equity? Which I'm not going to see unless we sell this company or unless we make a lot of sales.
That's
That's a
without a
$400,000 valuation, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Would you do $150,000 for 22.5%?
No. I mean, my plan is to blow out so many of these. We won't
Stand
need.
your ground,
We
guys.
won't need it.
That's cheap valuation.
So you have to decide. She's removed the royalty.
Yeah.
Now,
You could go back to it,
you think
and that
about
was
it.
at 15%.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was at 15%.
We have another offer here.
Okay.
100,000,
Yes.
15%.
Yes.
Could do a 35-cent royalty.
75 cents, and you got it.
You have a deal.
All right.
I like
All right.
it.
Guys, thank you guys so much.
We're gonna check out their website in a second
Lori's
here.
gonna be a great partner.
Can't wait to work together.
We're gonna blow it up.
Let's do this. Bye, guys.
Congrats, guys.
Great.
Congrats.
We're so happy. This means everything to us. We are so excited to take Stakt to the next level.
There is a royalty component to the deal.
But it's okay. Lori is so worth it.
I was gonna suggest why not just push it to 50 cents. But I mean, obviously she had a number in mind. So check out their website. So meet Stakt. So I personally like seeing faces and people, and we got to get down here before we see any remnants of people using it and what is. Because actually, looking at this, my first inclination. I mean, I'm a tech head, so for me, my first inclination was that it was like a iPad smart cover or something. I mean, it looks great. It looks that high quality that I think that's a good thing, but at the same time, like I feel like you're missing an opportunity to show people there how to utilize it. So yeah, still 86 bucks, not terrible, and I guess it's not sold. Rosewater and Seafoam are available to pre-order, so you can get iron right now for the $86. They have Instagram with 4,200 followers, and they got quite a bit of stuff going on as far as engagement over there, which is great to see. And over on TikTok, 12,000 followers. Very cool. Quite a few likes, 402,000 likes. Millie, Taylor, I would love to have you here on the show. Just drop a comment down below. Like Salo here says, great video as always. And we'll make that happen. We'll get in contact. Anyway, I'll see you in one of these 2 videos over here. Take care and go be super.